Hi everyone. I'm John Francis Embero and I'm excited to present to you Project iFast, involving families as supportive teachers. For me, family engagement is about creating opportunities for families and students to understand and appreciate the value of families working alongside teachers as collaborators in students' academic success. This could involve workshops on supporting learning at home, collaborative projects that utilizes family expertise, and open communication channels to build a strong family-school partnership. The important word I want to emphasize here is collaborators. I have learned that families can be collaborators with teachers in helping students improve in their academic journey. That is why this project has the same heart, and that is to involve family in the academic journey of the students as supportive teachers. My mission is to empower students to see the value of family involvement in their learning. By recognizing the benefits, they'll be equipped to leverage the support for a more successful academic journey. My heart is students will change of mindset and see that their families are also supporting vehicles in order for them to have a better and meaningful learning environment. When they have a change of mind, they will be able to appreciate more their family. Why are we doing this? There is a clear need for a family engagement plan in my senior reasoning and sense making class. These four evidences brought me to this decision. First is that the school's math proficiency level is 14.3%. That is super below. That is below compared to what the district has. It is an advantage that I am the only teacher teaching this subject. It means I do have the flexibility to craft curriculum and include strategies that will enhance the learning experience of the students, in particular involving families. Third is no strategies have yet been implemented involving families to the curriculum. So this is a good start. And lastly, since they are seniors and they think they're old enough, they are anxious to see their families inside the classroom. So that's why my heart is for them to see the beauty and the value of collaboration between teachers and families in the classroom. That is why I see the need of why we need to have family engagement plan in my class. The three goals that I want to achieve is air, achievement, improvement, and recruitment. That's why it's called Project iFast. Because when you have air and wind, it's so fast. So these three are the things that we want to achieve. First, achievement. Increase students' participation in reasoning and sense-making class by 80% and aim for a 60% improvement in student achievement in the class. Second is to improve students' perception on the value of families collaborating with teachers to bring real-life applications of content in reasoning and sense-making class. And lastly is to recruit and engage at least 4 families to actively participate as supportive resource speakers or facilitators in my reasoning and sense-making class. So technically, we will let families be physically present and be involved in topics that is being discussed in reasons and sense making class. I really did enjoy teaching this subject. This subject includes decision making, whether to buy or lease a car, how to improve your credit score, the loaning 101. So most of the topics are real life applications, and that is why it's is such an opportunity to involve families to be part of this. So I can't do it alone. That is why I need support from these three groups of people. The first one is the school, the administration and staff. So we will ask for approval of invitation of families. Schools, I will ask for their support in providing materials and even participate in the planning of this, and even initiate evaluation after the engagement. So the bigger one is the district itself. So we're gonna also ask for support in the district by providing resources that are readily available in the district. Also, if they have some inputs to improve the engagement, then we're gonna ask for their inputs and value. Next is to ask for them to set the criteria and standards so that the engagement that we will do with the families and students will not go outside what is expected for them to learn. And lastly is to provide additional evaluation after every engagement that we will do, because I believe when you are being evaluated and when you are receiving feedback is an opportunity for you to grow. And lastly, the community-based. We will ask local experts and focal connections. We're gonna look for expert people who are expert in the topic. So if the engagement will be about buying or leasing a car, then we can ask students who are the who in their family are working in the car dealership or even in banking, so that they can provide us expert opinions whether a student is to buy or lease a car, especially knowing that these are seniors, so they are about to graduate and they are about to make decisions like this. Second is to build connections. So we will try to ask for their support to build connections with other experts, so that when we do the activity again, we have more people to tap with. And lastly, we're gonna ask their support to answer questions from the students. So hopefully, as we ask support from this multi-level group, we will be able to implement the project smoothly. So how we will be able to know that this project and these goals are met? So I have listed mode of verifications. So technically, these are just a few of the many factors that I would be looking into, just to say or to identify if I was able to achieve my goal. So for achievement, which is increasing student participation and improving their achievement, academic achievement, I will be looking at these particular factors. Number one, improvement on students' attendance. Right? If they are participating, they are now interested, they will attend the class. Second, the submission rate. If they are now interested and they wanted to improve, they will submit more work. Next, they will positively contribute in any collaborative work, that they will give inputs, they will share their thoughts, they will just do good. And next is, I will now look or observe number of students asking questions. When students ask questions, it means they are really interested. And lastly is to compare scores from and between those who don't have the project and at the same time those who are being engaged. So we're gonna see if there is a difference on the score. So if it's improving, then we are looking into the bright side of the effect of the project. For the second goal, which is improvement of students' perception, I think I'm gonna be looking into non-verbal cues showing students are now interested. Maybe looking whether they are smiling, they are doing eye contact, they are like bringing out materials that they need in the engagement, and they are really focused and listening to the families who are speaking in front of them. Second is I will compare survey results. So I will be conducting a survey prior to the engagement of the families, and then after the engagement of the families, and see if there were change in mindset of the students. Second is to conduct random interviews in any period of that, I mean any time frame period. I will conduct interview in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end, and we will observe the change in their perspective. And also we will look into their attention span, because I believe if students are like being, fixed into listening, they are really now interested. And I believe if they're interested, there's a change in the way they see things, because they're no longer focused in using their phones. That's why that's the last verification that I will look into, that students are no longer using their phones. Hopefully this criteria or these factors will be observed as an indicator that we're doing great in our project. And for the last goal, which is recruitment, I will look into these factors. One, hopefully I was able to map all possible families to be considered in the engagement. I'm able to communicate and recruit 4 families. I chose 4 because I limited to 4 at this time, since it's a jump start. I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I'm thinking of 1 per quarter. And since the topics are also, I mean, there are good 4 topics that can be discussed by experts, right? And next is actual presence and conduct. So if the families were really able to do the talk. Next is conduct prior talk, like preparation with the family. And then after it, we're going to provide feedback, resources, and recognition to them. So hopefully those goals will be achieved, but it can only be achieved by conducting communications. So you will see here 5 icons: teachers, students, school staff, CCSD staff, and families communicating with one another. So I have listed here the methods of communication between 2 people. So each arrow represents communication, and you will see there, for instance, I will not read everything, but I will consider, like here, teachers and families. So how do teachers and families communicate? So teacher regularly communicate with families through email, home visitations, or phone calls. So all the underlined words that you can see right now are the methods of communication between 2 people. It's either students to families, students to school staff to CCSD. So I thought through all the possible communications networks that will be involved in this project. So to summarize everything, so I'm so excited to allow and have co-laborers in my class this year. That's why I have this as my conclusion. No longer will the weight of students' success rest solely on my shoulders. Family engagement creates a powerful team, and that's incredibly motivating for me as an educator. I'm not expert of everything, and inviting these families to give wisdom and talk about the specific thing that they are good at, it's such a win-win situation for all of us. That's why I created this project IFAST, involving families as supportive teachers, because families will become teachers in this project, not just inside the classroom but also at home when they go home, sharing insight to their kids. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.